Hello friends, we have been learning the Java methods and their importance in implementing the important concepts of object-oriented programming. And we saw the getter and setter methods which implement encapsulation or data hiding. And we have seen the method overloading which implements polymorphism. And now we will see inheritance and refinement. So inheritance basically means uh, if you have a child, uh, generally the child will inherit the properties and behavior of its parent. Like in real life, in object-oriented programming, the same concept is implemented. So um, it is implemented in the way like you create a parent class, and this parent class may have some properties and some behavior, and then in the child class you can have the same uh, properties and behavior once it is defined in the parent class, right? And that is inheritance. And then overriding. So overriding, method overriding is done to do some kind of refinement, like a child inherits properties and behavior of its parent, but uh, sometimes the child may have some enhanced functionality or some functionality which is slightly different from its parent. So this is achieved by method overriding. So it is important. The refinement concept is important from the view that uh, generally in object-oriented programming, the program runs and it creates lots of objects. So these objects are related to each other, and generally, if you have um, uh, you have the properties in the object-oriented design itself that uh, you can refine, you can do some refinement in the behavior or property, then it is easier to do programming, because once you write some source code, and so that source code can be reused in implementing concepts which are slightly different. You do not need to rewrite the entire set of source code. You just take the class which you have written the source code to define to do some computation, and later there is some task which requires almost the same kind of source code but slightly different. So you do not write the source code again. What you do is you create a child class which will implement the slightly different way of doing computation. So let us go to Eclipse and see in action how inheritance and refinement is done. So for this purpose, I have created a class, a parent class. Okay. So I have this parent class, and then I have defined a class uh, property or class variable name, and I have assigned some value to it. Okay, and then I have defined a method, and this method, what it is doing is uh, it takes a string and then returns again a string, and this string, what we do is we add this parent equal to this uh, to the parameter. Okay, and then returning the modified string, okay, from this class. And then I have defined a child class, and in this child class what it does is it extends the parent class. Okay, so this is very important. So when you create a new child class, you need to use this word extends, which extends the properties and behavior of its parent class. Okay, so here what I have done is it has the same structure, same method name as its parent class. Okay, and here I am doing something slightly different. What I am doing is I am uh, I am taking this parameter and then adding child equal sign and then returning this modified string. Okay, so this means when I am uh, implementing this child class, so I just changing some behavior from the what the parent was doing. Okay, so these two classes I have, and then I will use these classes to create objects, and then those objects will have things which will inherit as well as override. Okay, so what I have done is I have created this class and I have created this main method. Okay, and I am creating some objects. Okay, so as you know, the instance variables. So objects are instance variable. That means we are creating a new instance of some class. That means you are creating a new object. Okay, I am creating a new object named parent, named A of parent type. Okay, parent type. This class parent.java. This class. Okay, so I am creating a new object A uh, which is of parent type, and then I am creating assigning some value to the method. That means I am to the method which we define in the parent class. So it was name. So I how you do it is you write this the new object you are creating, and then you create a dot. So when you put a dot, then uh, your intelligence will tell you what things are available. So uh, since the visible things are the I have defined that method as public, so it is available name. Okay, so and it takes a parameter, right? So what I am doing is uh, doing it. I am assigning doing this parameter. I am passing this parameter bill in this method inside this class. So this object. So this object uh, A will have this behavior uh, for, from the class. Okay, so essentially what X will store is it will store this you will see like what it will store is what we are doing is it will return it is returning a value, so it will store value of parent equal to and then the parameter. So it will be parent equal to and then print bill. Okay, if when we print this value, and then I am creating a new object B from the child class. Okay, so again using the new keyword in this child class, and then in this class in this child object, what I am doing is I am passing the a parameter to its method, and this method returns a string type value. Okay, and that I am storing in y. Okay, so I have x and then y. And one more thing I am doing is I am doing this b underscore name. Now it is very important to understand what this is all about. B is an object based on the child child class, right? And actually when we created this child class, we have not defined any string at all, right? You can see we have not they no class variable named uh, name, right? But here, if you see here, uh, I have created a class variable name, right? So that means it is possible to pass that class variable or even method from the parent, even though in the child it is not defined, but it will take it from its parent, right? So this is what I'm doing. So this in the b dot name, it will return this value from the parent, whatever is defined, and this I'm assigning in C. Okay, so this is inheritance, pure inheritance. It is inheriting, the child is inheriting from its parent. And the other example we have seen, the values x and y, they are overriding. Uh, Actually, in B, it is overriding whatever is defined in the parent, right? In the parent, we have defined this method name, which returns parent equal to and then parameter, right? But in child, it is returning child plus equal to and then the parameter, right? So when we print, so for the x will give you value of parent equal to this thing, parent equal to and then the parameter name. So parameter we are passing here, what parameter passing, will. But in case of child, it is passing child equal to and then parameter name, right? So these two, and the C will inherit the property from its parent. And it can even like when you are inheriting, you can inherit both behavior as well as property. So if I had some method here, one more method, let us define one more method, that and that method will be available in child as well. Okay, public string, and say I write okay, let me write int age, and it will not return any value. What we will do is public int age. It will pass this age, say 45. Okay, and then we will say return age. Okay, and let us change the name of the method, or say this uh, int, say this variable int return, say let me write it, return underscore age. Okay, return age. Okay, and this method, if we have defined it in parent and not in child, right? But here what I can do, int d to b dot return age. Now you see here return age, so it will give you this and then I will say d in d. Okay, so we have not defined this return age behavior or method in child, but still it will take it from its parent. Now let us run our program. So you see what being printed. The first one says parent is equal to Bill. Second one says child is equal to Alex, and then uh, this inherited property Bill, and then this inherited behavior, the method is 45, right? So this is how inheritance and you can say refinement is done in Java. So it is slightly difficult to understand this concept, but if you understand object-oriented programming, you should know this behavior of classes. Okay, so this was all about for today. We will come back in the next session. Thanks for your time.